Jordan Love showed the Packers, us Packer fans, and the rest of the league is that this dude has the potential and skill set of being one of the best, if not the best quarterback in the league for a lot of years to come. There was not a better, hotter quarterback the latter half of the season heading into the playoffs than Jordan Love. So what now? Now that teams are scheming and studying film on how to counteract Jordan Love's successes from last season, do you think the Packers are just going to stand by and do the same game plan? No, they're working with a secret weapon that is going to help elevate Jordan Love's game. What is that secret weapon? I'm going to break that down for you guys in this video. Before I do, please take a second to hit that subscribe button. Okay, so here's the secret weapon that the Packers have that the rest of the league does not have, and that's Tom Clements. Tom Clements is a decorated coach in the league. He's had a big hand in on Brett Favre's successes, Hall of Fame quarterback, Aaron Rodgers' successes, Hall of Fame quarterback, Jordan Love in his early successes. Hopefully, he's going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback. He actually tutored Kyler Murray, the beginning of Kyler Murray's career, and had a big hand on his successes early on in his career. So Tom Clements is one of those dudes that you really want in your quarterback, working with your coaching staff, helping find out ways that to counteract what's going to be coming. The Packers are not fools. They understand that the rest of the league is going to be looking and studying film, wanting to put a lot of different looks to Jordan Love and company. So, what are they going to do differently, and how do they adjust? Okay, so one of the things I love about Tom Clements is that he is old school, and he doesn't try to overcomplicate things. And it's one of those like keep it simple, stupid type deals. So here's what Tom Clements has was just quoted as saying that they've been kind of working on, and it's just more of the fundamental things. I love it. Footwork and how he moves in the pocket. And we're working on the drills, working on throwing a lot of routes on air because you can't have defenders out at this point. It's just a presence in the pocket, when to move, when not to move, things like that. And at the end of the day, you can overcomplicate the game so much, but it is super simple. If you can perfect your skill set in footwork for quarterbacks, it's timing, footwork, presence in the pocket, all of those things. And if they continue to just hone in on those skill sets and refine those in Jordan Love, he is going to have a very good career, which is great news for us Packer fans. Okay, so Matt LaFleur, he's implemented a 7-on-7, something that he doesn't like to do because the lack of authenticity in game-like conditions. But here's what Matt LaFleur was quoted as saying. He says, "But we're making a big emphasis on his having perfect feet." Talking about Jordan Love, making sure that guys go through their progressions, having perfect feet, and when they're not, they're going to hear about it. I just think again off season when we're at where we're at, new defense, it's important for them to understand the drops that we want them to take and implement them, right? So Matt LaFleur is implementing the 7-on-7s. So they're doing things to help Jordan Love and his progression as a quarterback. Tom Clements goes on to say, you might anticipate a defense maybe bringing a little bit more pressure, disguising a little bit more, making more difficult for him to see and where to go. And that's from a quarterback standpoint. If it happens, you have to have a lot of film study and be able to react. So obviously, they're getting Jordan Love incredibly ready for the season, and I love that Jordan Love loves to put in the work. And he goes on to say, I mean, one that was one of Aaron Rodgers' best attributes is that he could process information very quickly and usually make a right decision and get the ball where it had to go. That's something that we'll have to see how defenses approach it, but that's something you have to go. We've got to be ready for. Okay, so Tom Clements understands that. He understands that a lot of the reasons for the successes of Aaron Rodgers in his career was just making sure that Aaron Rodgers was set up in the right possible scenario, right? Knowing that no matter what's going to happen, defenses are going to give you different looks. And so you've got to adjust on the fly. One of those things of adjusting on the fly is being able to throw on the run. Okay. So it goes on to say right here, also throwing on the run, being able to escape the pocket and make those off schedule plays is something I've worked a good amount on. And this is Jordan Love saying this. Also, just being comfortable seeing the defense, going back and watching the tape, seeing things that I have done different with picking up protections and things I wasn't able to do earlier. I started being able to pick up a lot later in the season. But I think that's the biggest thing for me is the pocket movement, making smaller movements. So Clements about that and about him throwing on the run, he said right here early in the season, Jordan Love scrambled. I'd say about 90% of the time he ran the ball. Clement said second half of the season, he maybe flipped that, maybe not a full 95%, but he started, looking downfield. Okay. So I love it. I love that the Packers are keeping it simple. They've got a secret weapon in Tom Clements. I would not, there's not a guy I want in Jordan Love's corner than Tom Clements, a guy that has, again, been there, done that, played a huge role in the Packers quarterback's successes. So I hope he continues to stay around in the league. I hope he continues to stay with the Packers because he's going to play a huge role into Jordan Love's successes. But I love that they're keeping it simple. Leave your comments. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Tom Clements, to me, in my mind, is absolutely brilliant. And I think he is going to play a huge role into the success of Jordan Love this season. And as always, go Pack Go.